day, Frieren was able to analyze the Great Mage series barrier for the exam location and use her mana to shatter it into pieces. A feat that Ganao, the first phase proctor, had deemed impossible. Puts Frieren on a pedestal higher than most human mages with their short lifespan could ever hope to reach. Frieren has displayed only a minuscule of her true power in the series so far, as displayed by her secret ability that was almost—
What's up everyone, got another banger video for you. I hope everyone's feeling blessed and ready. So, as always, we're going to do another Frieren video, as Frieren is one of my favorite animes of last year. Let's get straight into it. And this is how strong is Frieren.
Has lived for over 1,000 years and is famous throughout the world for being the mage in the party of heroes that slayed the Demon King, suffering from the massive weight of living for thousands of years and outgrowing any other life forms around her. Despite Frieren's polite and friendly nature, she tends to be a bit disconnected. Frieren is aware most humans around her won't last for long, and because of this different perception of time, she finds it hard to understand people. Even with 10 years of journeying with the party of heroes, Frieren felt like she barely knew them. Because of this altered sense of time, Frieren tends to have a very lackadaisical attitude, sleeping in often, getting lost in long tasks that may take months or even years simply because it's a blink of an eye for her. Her deep fascination and love for magic and all magic items makes her hard to reel in, especially when it comes to dungeon treasure or towns with a lot of magic shops. Most of the current party's journey consists of Frieren and friends performing odd jobs for grimoires of spells some might consider useless or have no grand value. However, most of this is due to Frieren's drive to attempt to understand humans in this phase of her life. After a reflection on her time with the party of heroes, she feels like she missed out on truly getting to know the people around her. Only as they slowly died one by one to old age did she set out to meet them and realize her mistake. It's because of this, Frieren, despite always liking to travel alone so she can truly take her time, decides to take on Fern as an apprentice and add Stark as their warrior. As she spends more time with them, not only can she reflect on great memories with her old party and come to understand things that may have been lost on her earlier, Frieren even begins hastening her pace, as she wants to ensure her and her new party make the most of the time they have. When Ganao learns Frieren has a holy emblem during the first class mage exam, he refers to Frieren as the last great mage, which is truly an understatement when describing Frieren. Again, an elf that has lived for 1,000 years, not only has Frieren had the chance to hone her skills to the maximum, she had amazing guidance through her mentor Flamme. As we discussed before, the great mage Flamme encouraged Frieren's pursuit of magic and was the one who taught her the method of mana concealment. We see Frieren continue to impart on Fern today. Being the student of the human mage who revolutionized magic for all of humanity leads to Frieren excelling in plenty of different aspects when it comes to spellcasting and mana control. One of the most important aspects to Frieren as a mage is her ability to learn and adapt mid-battle and handle most, if not all, situations intelligently and with a level head. Much like other high-class mages and demons, her brain is easily able to fight and cast high-level spells simultaneously whilst analyzing an opponent's magical barrier or area of effect spell. However, Frieren's ability to deconstruct another person's creations are unreplicatable.
Amazing.
In one whole day, Frieren was able to analyze the Great Mage series barrier for the exam location and use her mana to shatter it into pieces. A feat that Ganao, the first phase proctor, had deemed impossible, considering
I love abilities like that. If anyone who's watched like Irregular of a Magic Academy, the main guy there also has like a dismantle weapon what he shoots, and it could instantly eradicate any spells. I just love abilities like that because it's just another unorthodox type of fighting you don't always see. Battles where it's like characters have to figure out how to outwit the enemy and how to defeat them in a more unique way will always be so appealing compared to just your natural like key blast or natural like soul clashes. They're good, don't get it twisted, but these unorthodox kind of specialist kind of fighters are always just a joy to watch also. But I'd like to know from you, what kind of fights do you prefer?
superior mana. Frieren is also able to completely parse through 100 years of Macht's memories in order to learn how to dispel his Diagold spell, something even the original caster Macht was unable to conceive, doing something that no mage or demon could accomplish in almost a century. Considering Frieren, when her mana concealment is turned off and all restrictions removed, carries with her a stock of mana that is so massive it was enough to completely outweigh Aura, a demon in the Seven Sages of Destruction who had reigned for hundreds of years. There has been no mage to ever overcome a demon of that level in mana alone, at least not that we've seen yet. And these monsters aren't pushovers. There's a reason they survived well past the reign of the Demon King. Although Frieren is able to fight on par with great demon level warriors like Solitar or Macht, she is noticeably on the back foot in most of these encounters. Solitar is able to wound Frieren multiple times in their fight and shatter her defensive barriers with both her swords and concentrated mana bursts. Macht is also able to use his golden blade to rip through Frieren's defenses as well, to the point even now she's unconfident if she could win in a fight against him. Granted, Macht is the strongest Sage of Destruction, and Solitar is a complete anomaly in the demon hierarchy that Frieren does ultimately triumph over, but it's clear this is Frieren's ceiling of strength at the moment. Regardless, achieving a level of magical power of that height puts Frieren on a pedestal higher than most human mages with their short lifespan could ever hope to reach. Frieren has displayed only a minuscule of her true power in the series so far, as displayed by her secret ability that was almost unveiled against Fern in the second phase of the mage exam. Frieren has shown the use of strong offensive spells like Judra Jim, Destructive Lightning, or Volzan Bell, Hellfire Summoning, which are devastating attacks that cover a large range of space and can easily rip through defensive skills if not properly blocked against. Zoltrak is also a common spell in Frieren's arsenal, as she knows better than anyone because of its somewhat new introduction to the world of magic. A lot of older mages and demons like her aren't able to respond and defend to it as quickly as other attacks. Frieren has shown more than enough destructive power to obliterate her own self with a point-blank attack spell. And when that doesn't work, her high battle IQ helps her adapt mid-fight. Frieren's understanding of the fundamentals, just like Fern, allows her to mold her fighting style into whatever is needed at the time, to the point she can even learn new spells on the fly if given enough information, shown when Frieren pulls a straight Goku against Solitar and copies her mana burst within little to no time at all. In the second phase of the mage exam, when pushed against the wall, the clone of Frieren also unveiled some kind of crazy force attack that was enough to completely cripple Fern, snap her stave beyond repair, and almost crush her under the weight had real Frieren not landed the killing blow while her guard was down. So there are even more hidden powers and spells Frieren has yet to unveil. As she tells Fern, it's been years since someone's made her bring that technique out. Still though, regardless of Frieren being one of the most powerful mages in the series, she still, like everyone else, has her flaws. She counts herself as one of the older mages that Zoltrak still catches off guard due to not having the ingrained reflex of defending it just yet, and surprisingly, Frieren also shares a very similar mistake to a lot of rookie mages, where their mana detection falls flat for a moment in the middle of casting an attack spell. Literally a weakness that kept Sharf all the way down at the bottom, which is crazy when you think about it. But because Frieren is so overwhelmingly powerful, something as minuscule as that doesn't affect her performance in battle unless she's up against a similar threat level. Elves, when mages, are always going to have the advantage of time against humans, as they have thousands of years to sharpen their edges and mold themselves into top-tier threats. And this goes especially for our #1 mage.
Yeah, Frieren's very, very powerful. Like that, this one particularly touched on quite a few manga spoilers. So if you haven't read the manga, I haven't either. Apologies for that. But yeah, Frieren is a sheer monster, and I can't wait for season 2 whenever it comes out. Cause yeah, just having characters who have unique fighting styles, adaptability is always gonna be a joy to watch, and it'll always be part of why Shonen is just so great, because not every anime has to have the same fighting style, same world building, same like soft hard magic systems. They're all unique in their own ways, and that's why we like anime and shonen specifically, because just of how broad of a story you can really get. But yeah, thanks for watching, guys. Not a simple video today. Love to hear any video recommendations that you do have, and I'll be sure to react to them in the near future. But with that, thank you and all the best.